Ladies and gentlemen, the procession.
2025. You have fought a good fight, conquered it all, and now you have reached the finish line of your middle school years. Savor the moment, for this is your pride and your milestone. To our dearest candidates for promotion, parents, ASE staff, guests, ladies, and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon. Welcome to the 8th grade Promotion and Recognition Ceremonies 2025. To begin with, may I request everyone to rise and join Demilade Rasaki, Sofia Martinez, and Noah Gallegos for the singing of the United States National Anthem.
Thank you, everyone. Mr. Hakan Yanar, ASE Secondary School Principal, will give his opening remarks.
Good afternoon. I want to welcome all of our families, staff members, teachers, board members, friends, and special guests. Today, we come together to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of the class of 2029. Class of 2029, as your principal, I stand here feeling both joy and responsibility. Joy for everything you have achieved in middle school, and responsibility to help guide you toward the exciting journey ahead, high school. Class of 2029, let me share a simple truth. Growth takes time. A farmer plants a seed, but it doesn't grow overnight. It needs the right soil, water, sunlight, and patience. And this school, along with your teachers, staff, families, and community, has been your soil, your sunlight, and your water. You have grown so much in elementary and middle school, but your journey isn't over. High school is your next season. And you are so fortunate because our high school is ready to offer you the best possible condition for success, not just in high school, but in college and in life. We offer AP courses, dual credit courses, college courses, honor courses, and advanced electives, and much more. But even more importantly, we offer a place, an environment where you are known, supported, and challenged to become the very best version of yourself. In big high schools, students might get lost in the crowd. Not here. At ASE, we see you. We know your name and we believe in your potential. Just yesterday, we celebrated our graduating seniors. Every single one of them graduated from our school. Every single one of them was accepted into a four-year colleges, many with full ride scholarship, including Ivy League schools like Stanford and Columbia. That didn't happen by chance. It happened because this school invests deeply in every student. That path is now waiting for you in high school. And those seniors, I believe some of them are here, they weren't just academically successful. They were kind, respectful, responsible young adults. Now, we didn't deal with issues like bullying, fights, substance use, or social media dramas, because we created a safe, inclusive, and welcoming environment where students are seen, supported, and encouraged to go above and beyond, and they did it. Now it is your turn. But I must remind you, the world ahead is full of distractions. Again, social media, peer pressure, substance use, video games, shortcuts, these can all pull you away from your goals, your future goals. At ASE, we believe that true strength and the happiness don't come from likes or followers, popularity or money. True strength and happiness come from good character, strong values, and doing what is right even when it is hard. Growth is not just about getting taller or older. It is about becoming wiser. It is about being honest, kind, responsible, and making a difference in the lives of others. Success isn't just grades or trophies. It is how you treat people, how you face challenges, and how you use your talents to make the world better. Class of 2029, we are so proud of you. You have come this far through hard work, and we believe you will go even further in the high school. As we celebrate your achievements and look ahead your bright futures, let's take a moment to thank the people who helped get you here. Of course, first of all, our parents, your parents. Parents, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your endless encouragement, sacrifices, and love. From the first day of kindergarten to this very moment, you have been there every step of the way, showing what hard work looks like, what it means to do the right thing, how to treat others with respect, stayed up late helping with studies, drove to school every day and events, offered constant support, and made all sacrifices. You quietly sacrificed your own comfort to give you everything you could just to see them happy. Class of 2029, I ask you to pause and think back on how you got here. Thank your parents, not just today, but every day for their love, support, and all sacrifices they made for you. To our incredible teachers, counselors, and staff members, thank you. You have gone above and beyond every single day to educate, encourage, and inspire. Your support, dedication, and patience has inspired and guided these young minds to reach their full potential. Can you please join me in a big round of applause for our amazing staff, amazing parents, and amazing teachers. Class of 2029, as you move forward, I will leave you with some reminders. First, there are no shortcuts to excellence. Struggle is not a setback, it's a part of success. Learn from your mistakes, plus learn from others' mistakes. You don't have to make them all yourself. Please, please, please put your cell phone down. Be present. Nothing matters more than being there for the people who matter to you. Class of 2029, this is your moment. You are not just students moving on from middle school. You are the future of our school, our community, and our world. We believe in you, and we are proud of you. And we are ready to walk with you into this exciting new chapter. Congratulations and welcome to your next chapter.
Thank you, Mr. Yanar.
This moment celebrates two remarkable 8th grade students whose unwavering commitment to academic excellence has earned them the highest honors in their class.
As top academic achievers, they have demonstrated outstanding intellect, perseverance, and passion for learning.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to Adam Berseno and Sadvika Latish for their message.
Good afternoon, teachers, parents, and friends. My name is Sadvika Latish.
And I'm Adam Berseno.
We are humbled to say that we were the highest achieving students in our grade level, and honored to stand here today as 8th graders who dream big and work hard to make those dreams come true. First, let us remember that success in school is not just about the grades we earn or the awards we collect. True success is about the knowledge we gain, the curiosity we nurture, and the character we build along the way. Each time we tackle a challenging math problem or analyze a study in English, we're exercising the greatest muscle of all, our brain. Excellence in academics means giving our very best effort even when the task seems difficult or the outcome uncertain. It means raising our hands with confidence, asking questions without fear, and embracing mistakes as a stepping stone toward deeper understanding.
School is hard. And while of course not inherently hard to some, it still ends up as a job that has to be completed to both continue an education and career successfully. I'm humbled to be the top academic achiever in our grade level, but that does not entitle me to say that school was ever easy or hard for any of us. People have flaws, which are inherent due to the imperfections that exist everywhere. Understandably, the only fair thing about life, and in extension, school, is how unfair it is to everyone. Everywhere, there lies a bias, no matter how even it seems. Not in teachers or some grades, as some of you might be thinking, but in the ways that our minds perceive or try to understand. Some methods being better than others. School is taxing, but that doesn't give us the right to just quit on it mentally and tell ourselves to stop doing what we have to do, or to stop putting effort into what we try to achieve. No matter how many negative responses there are, school is the only real way to further our education, and in turn, ourselves. Academic success doesn't come from just understanding, but also giving all kinds of learning opportunities your true 100%.
I'm honored to learn from teachers who dedicate themselves to our growth. To my science teachers who showed me that the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. To my math teachers who revealed the elegant patterns that underline everything. To my language arts teachers who taught me how words can inspire, comfort, and unite us. Thank you for pushing me to think critically, to write clearly, and to speak thoughtfully. Your guidance reminds me every day that excellence comes from discipline, curiosity, and a genuine love for learning.
A good education never just comes from school itself. As the school calls it, excellence comes from an individual, and nothing can give you every tool needed to take care of every aspect of your life except for you. This is what integrity means to me. Continuing to drive yourself forward without a need for anything else creates some consistency, and that doesn't only transfer itself over to school, endlessly, guiding everyone into success in life as a whole. I believe that everyone here has the potential for fulfillment in not only education, but also in life itself. Completion is not the goal that people should have here, but perfection. Something I learned early on through Miss King was that striving to only pass will fail because everyone makes mistakes, and going below passing ends in failure. Perfection as a goal, though, even with mistakes, only leaves you just below reaching perfection, and that should be more than enough for anyone you have to prove that to. Academic achievement is affected heavily by outside factors, and mental changes at both home, school, and even outside of both are harmful to every aspect of life, as it harms you as a person, the only one who can change every aspect you want to succeed.
Gratitude also extends to my parents, whose unwavering support fuels our ambitions. Thank you for being by my side for all the good and bad things, and especially the dumb things I do. And to my partners in crime, my grandpa and my sister, thank you for supporting me, and to my friends who cheered me on, challenged me to improve, and celebrated each milestone. Thank you for making the journey joyful and memorable. I want to especially thank Dana. Without you, I wouldn't have been friends with any of you guys here.
I want to thank everyone that gave me this opportunity to not only learn, but to develop into who I am now. Fundamentally, I want to thank the Earth, the fact that I was not only born, but also the fact that I was born as a human, and for being gifted with the mere possibility of existence we all have. My sister, Nicole, hello wherever you are in the crowd. Thank you for being there for me in so many ways I can't put into words. You're an idol for me, and I'm glad to have been wished into existence by you. With my mom, Erica, and my dad, Antonio, I can't thank you both enough. I get it. I'm a teenager, and I'm dumb at times, but you both love me unconditionally and gave me so much more that I could want with all of your love. I can't fit my thanks into only 3 minutes. All of my friends, not just here, and I want to thank all of you for being the light of my day. But I want to thank what I want to call my first real friend, Hector, for teaching me to live my life to the fullest. However, one of my biggest thanks is to go to the pain that we all go through, not just in some emo way, but the trials of life which I possibly can't list out with how much pain is hidden in everyone you see in life, but because it guides us through life. I don't want to say school is painful, but the mental strain and long nights spent doing things changed all of us in ways that at least helped me in the end, and I'm hoping that it helped you as well.
As 8th graders, we stand on the brink of new adventures. High school courses, extracurricular activities, and opportunities to discover our passions more deeply. Let us seize these moments with enthusiasm. Let us set goals not only for high grades, but also for creativity, integrity, and kindness. Excellence in academics goes hand in hand with excellence of character. Let us be honest in our work, generous in helping classmates, and courageous in sharing our ideas. Remember, every subject matters. Science teaches us to observe and question. Math trains our logical minds. Languages opens up our hearts. Social studies helps us understand one another. Art and music let us express what words cannot. By striving for excellence in each area, big or small, we build a foundation for a lifelong success and fulfillment.
Lastly, I want to point out something that I recently saw. There's a difference in people who achieve greatness. There are the geniuses, those who practically awaken with extensive knowledge, those who can just imagine, dream, and grow on the spot, giving them the title of genius since they merely grow past others through pure intellect. This changes with a talented learner. Despite having the label talent in it already, everyone should know that learners are the ones that surpass the geniuses. With a drive, a spark of creativity, and an impulse, you can grow academics in every single aspect of your life. Any determination can surpass anyone who tries to rely on initial knowledge in life. People say that intelligence is developed, but then why do only some get the title of gifted, others none, and some are outright called disabled? I don't want to give into a world where people won't be given the tools needed to grow past any standard of normal, something which this school believes in as well. Giving it your all compared to doing work called effortlessly will win, no matter what ending label puts on the result. To succeed, or to rise to excellence, relies on your drive to learn in life as a whole. To succeed in school and in every other aspect I want you to excel in, you have to mentally push yourself, to believe and be true to yourself, and to learn to grow at every opportunity. I want you to live what your future was meant to be in your eyes.
In conclusion, I encourage each of you to embrace the power of gratitude. Be thankful for the lessons learned, the challenges overcome, and the people who guide and support you. Let gratitude fuel your motivation, and let your achievements be a testament to hard work, perseverance, and a spirit of excellence.
Thank you for listening. I know school is a specified subject, but I believe that changes to it are from outside factors in life, and the internal functions of how you think internally. I'm humbled to have you all as my audience today. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam and Sadvika.
As we honor the achievements and growth of our 8th grade students, it is only fitting that we draw inspiration from a voice that embodies wisdom, leadership, and dedication to education.
A voice that will surely leave a lasting impact as our students prepare to embark on the next exciting chapter of their academic journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Mr. Hakan Shishak, ASE Secondary School Assistant Principal, to introduce our keynote speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dear parents, guardians, and staff, welcome to our 8th grade promotion ceremony. And also our 8th graders, welcome to your very well-deserved graduation ceremony. As we gather here today to celebrate a significant milestone in our students' lives, it's an honor to introduce a truly inspiring educational leader who embodies dedication, innovation, a deep passion for student success. Our guest speaker today, Mr. Jed Dagan, he has over 25 years of experience in education. He began his journey with secondary ELA teacher and history teacher. He taught language arts and history classes, and also coached basketball. Mr. Dagan helped shaping young minds both in the classroom and on the court. He became the first charter school leader at Pecos Cyber Academy and later served as a central officer at Gadsden ISD. Currently, Mr. Dagan serves as the Director of Instructional Systems and Supports at the New Mexico Public Education Department. In his role, he leads efforts to improve education across the state, including overseeing New Mexico's multi-layered system of supports and co-chairing the committee that created the state's first ever artificial intelligence guidance for education. He also led New Mexico's first statewide AI Summit for Education, a groundbreaking initiative in the fall 2024. Mr. Dagan is not only an advocate for academic excellence, but also for the mental health and well-being of every student. His belief in balancing academic support with emotional care is a message that resonates deeply with our mission at ASE. Outside of his professional life, Mr. Dagan is a proud husband and father. He and his wife, Catherine, have been married for 22 years, and they have 2 children. Tristan is studying astrophysics at the University of New Mexico, and Isabel is studying film study. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to our guest speaker, Mr. Jed Dagan.
Thank you. Good afternoon, and I appreciate everybody welcoming me here. I feel bad about sending that biography over somewhat of it. When I was sitting there, I was thinking to myself, wow, this might be longer than my actual speech. I didn't mean to put that much detail into it. So I appreciate you. Thank you for your parents' patience in listening to this. And then finally, I wanted to thank your school leaders for the opportunity to speak here today, as well as thank these wonderful 8th graders and congratulate them on their promotion into high school. This is a wonderful time of life, and I will go a little bit more into it, but I always say this is really one of my favorite times in the education system is the end of 8th grade. So let me start by asking everybody, I was a former middle school teacher, as I will share, and so I'm going to kind of ask everybody to join in a little bit of kinesthetic exercise. So, and I think we have enough room for everybody up in the stands to do this as well. So if you could, please stand up. And I'm going to ask you to take one step to the left, then one step to the right. You can sit back down. So the purpose of that exercise is I wanted everybody to leave here and know that they were moved by this speech. And I should share, I practiced this with my kids today, and they told me, Dad, that doesn't even qualify as a dad joke. That's a grandpa joke. It's terrible, right? So thank you again for your patience. When Ms. King invited me to keynote this a few weeks ago, I was really honored, and I was very excited when I first started. But then the reality that I have to speak in front of a bunch of people that I didn't really know all that well started to kick in, and the nerves and everything started to hit me. So I do, as many people do in today's world, which is I went to ChatGPT, right? And I took the themes, and I said, please write out a 5-minute speech and integrate these themes into the speech. And ChatGPT gave me a 5-minute speech that started with respect. It covered integrity, empathy, and the need to serve. And I would say it was pretty good, right? Initially, I looked at it and I was like, hey, that's great. I have a few weeks and go out of town. When I come back, I'm going to look at it and I'll just make it my own, right? But when I sat down to make it my own, the biggest flaw of the speech itself became clear to me. It was not an authentic speech, right? And like I said, I go back to my middle school days, and I always used to call these kids the most honest people in the world. So I felt like I had to be authentic, and I felt like I had to be honest. So I wanted to focus on the theme of today's ceremony that ChatGPT did not integrate into the speech, which is producing individuals ready to face the challenges of tomorrow. And I could share with all of you, the role of authenticity and integrity is a critical challenge that you will face in the coming years. Many of you are just gaining access to ChatGPT, or legally gaining access. You may have had access, in alternate ways, right, at this age. Technology is rapidly changing our education system as well as our society as a whole. All students in the future will face the challenge of convenience and interaction in a world of artificial intelligence, social media, and emerging technology. And they will face that challenge to remain authentic to themselves, to their voice, to their perspective. So that brings me to what I've come to realize is the core of education. The core of education is the relationships that you build now and in the immediate future that will shape your life, okay? At a recent professional development, my colleagues and I began to talk and discuss the factors that shaped our success. And as is always as part of those discussions, we started with the home environment. And we all recognize the importance of the home environment. So I know we've already kind of clapped for the parents, but I'm going to ask the graduates here if you could please stand up and again recognize your families and your parents, because none of us would be here without them. Thank you. And then, so the next thing we started to talk to, and this really is where it started to hit home with me to education. I could share with you, I had some wonderful teachers. I would recognize two, especially that had a massive impact on me. And I had both of them in 8th grade. Many of you might know one of them. I actually joke with him a lot of times. He's our former secretary, Kurt Steinhaus. I actually had him. He was my band teacher in 8th grade, right? And so, but just massive impacts on my life that have shaped me to today. And it made me realize that all of us who feel like we are successful in our lives would point, if we were to reflect and we go beyond the home environment, what got us to the point we are, almost all of us will point to a teacher, right? Especially, and a lot of times, it's a teacher at this age group that really impacted them. So if you could also stand up and recognize the role of the teachers that they have. So let me also share, like I said, I'm a former middle school teacher, so hopefully you recognize the nice strategies that I've built in, kinesthetics, to try to keep the audience awareness, so we can keep having them stand up. So, but I would share that I taught 8th grade for 7 years, and in my career, it's still my favorite age to work with. During those times, I built many relationships, and I'm lucky to have, over 25 years, I have a lot of students who've recognized and come by and they see me and they're always like, oh, thank you, Mr. Duggan, for all of that you've done. And they really, like, it's always just very impactful to me to see the differences that we make in our life, in someone else's life as teachers. But I would say this, I was a former English teacher. Out of all the kids that have come up to me over the years that are now adults, not one of them remembered me teaching them iambic pentameter. They didn't have any idea about any of the specifics of the contents that I taught them. But what they remember is the way I made them feel. People will always take with you the way you make them feel as opposed to what you say to them. And that's an important lesson to carry into your next stage. As you move into high school, it brings me to the advice that I would offer you today. Researchers have indicated that they studied 2 things to predict 3 main factors for longevity in life: happiness, health, and prosperity. There are 2 indicators that they specifically look at, and those are the quality of your personal relationships and your passion for life. As you navigate into the next level of education, I can tell you, it is important for you to master the math standards, the reading standards, the science standards. That's very important. And I can also share with you that depending on your school's AI policy, you could probably borrow from ChatGPT and they will help you with mastering those standards. But more important than all of those things is to find it's critical for you to invest in building personal healthy relationships. Invest in each other as your friends. Invest in your teachers. Invest in your family. Invest in your community. That's critical to success in life. The second thing that I would encourage you to do is to find a passion. As you navigate in high school, think about what your passion is going to be, because that's going to carry you through your adulthood. I always see students and they talk about, they try to look for jobs or they look for their post-secondary career and they think about what their quality of life is going to be money-wise, or they like to do this, or this job is very well respected. And I would tell you, don't focus on any of that. Focus on what you can do that you're going to love for the rest of your life. So, I want to thank you. I will tell you, as I practiced this, I kind of asked my family for a little bit of tips. And my family told me, we don't like listening to you at all. So the advice they gave me was, keep it short. And so hopefully I've kept it short enough for you. I want to thank you. It is truly an honor to be here today. And I want to finally congratulate you on your promotion into high school. You are all going to make a significant impact on the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jed Duggan, for that inspiring message. We are greatly honored to have you with us here today.
May we present this certificate of appreciation to our keynote speaker, Mr. Jed Duggan, which reads,
Albuquerque School of Excellence presents this Certificate of Appreciation to the NMPED State Director of Instructional Systems and Support, Mr. Jed Duggan, for sharing his precious time, knowledge, expertise, words of wisdom, and inspiration as the keynote speaker during the 8th grade Promotion and Recognition Ceremonies 2025.
Given this 24th day of May 2025 at Albuquerque School of Excellence, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Signed, Mrs. Maria Gloria M. King, 8th grade level chair, Mr. Hakan Yanar, ASE Secondary School Principal, and Mr. Mustafa Ayek, ASE Executive Director.
May I call on Mrs. Maria Gloria M. King, together with Mr. Mustafa Ayek, Mr. Hakan Yanar, Mr. Hakan Shishak, and Mr. David Naylor to present the award. Likewise, may I request Mr. Duggan to receive the certificate.
Thank you, everyone. Mr. Duggan, it is a great pleasure and privilege to have you today.
Thank you all. Today, we celebrate not only academic achievement, but also the strength, determination, and resilience of our 8th grade students.
Each one of you has faced the challenges of this school year, whether in academics, personal growth, or unexpected obstacles, and you all emerged stronger.
Your hard work and perseverance have brought you to this proud moment of promotion. This milestone marks the beginning of new opportunities and continued success as you move forward with confidence.
This moment equally recognizes the outstanding achievements, dedication, and growth of our 8th grade students.
Each certificate represents a journey of effort, excellence, and the bright promise of what lies ahead.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us have our promotion and recognition ceremonies. May we request our guest speakers, administrators, teachers, and staff on stage to give their congratulatory handshake and award the certificate to our deserving students.
Mrs. Maria Gloria M. King will call the candidates for promotion to receive their certificates and awards.
May I now request the 8th graders to line up to the entrance of the stage according to our alphabetical order.
For those parents who wish to accompany their children, you are welcome, as requested by some. Algaraibe Mohammed. Mohammed will also be receiving the Character Award, Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, Public Speaker of the Year, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish. I'm sorry. Alan Anakin Kevin. Ariola Peyton Megan. She will be receiving Super Stellar in Espanol and Leader of the Year. Banks Ryan James. Ryan will be receiving Character Award. Becerra Noah Jacob. Noah will also be receiving the Character Award and Researcher of the Year. Branch Zanaya Marie. Briseno Gabauer Adam. Adam will be receiving the Super Stellar in Espanol, Character, Award, Outstanding Journalist of the Year, Outstanding Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, Outstanding Public Speaker of the Year, and Outstanding Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year. Chandler ASE Lin. ASE will be receiving Superstellar in Espanol Outstanding Character Award, Debater of the Year, and Researcher of the Year. Chapman Rylan Michael. Rylan will be receiving Character Award. Clark Caroline Lila. Caroline will be receiving Character Award in Excellence in Art, Debater of the Year. Claus Sebastian Eigen. Sebastian will be receiving the Character Award, Outstanding Performance in Turkish, and Debater of the Year. Cruz Iturralde Alondra B. Alondra will be receiving Superestrella en Español. De la Cruz Rojas Joseph Ramon. Filewood Fiona Apple. Fiona will be receiving Excellence in English, Good Character Award. Gallegos Noah Elias. Noah will be receiving Most Improved in Science. Gomez Allison Ide. She will be receiving Super Estrella en Español and Intellectual Explorer Award. Gonzalez Ivan Alexander. Ivan will be receiving the Debater of the Year Award. Haridi Ahmed. Ahmed will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Scriptwriter, Filmmaker of the Year, Most Improved in Turkish, and Debater of the Year. Hopkins Lorelei Tuesday. Lorelei will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Outstanding Journalist of the Year, Outstanding Debater of the Year, Outstanding Researcher of the Year, Outstanding Public Speaker of the Year, Outstanding Filmmaker of the Year for Film Prize Junior, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish and Service Award. Is Ixmaclawa Salgado Leslie. Leslie will be receiving the Character Award. Jones Lowe R.E. Joshua. Keffler Blake Anthony. Blake will be receiving Super Estrella en Español Character Award, Outstanding Journalist of the Year, Outstanding Debater of the Year, Outstanding Researcher of the Year, Outstanding Public Speaker of the Year, and Outstanding Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year. Keffler Dylan Michael. Dylan will be receiving Super Estrella Australia en Español Character Award, Debater of the Year, and Researcher of the Year. Latish Satvika. Satvika will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Outstanding Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, Outstanding Public Speaker of the Year, Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year, Outstanding Performance in Turkish, and Service Award. Louis Caleb Nevis. Caleb will be receiving Excellence in Character Award. Lial Joseph T. Joseph will be receiving Excellence in Character Award. Lutheran Alexander John. Alex will be receiving Debater of the Year and Researcher of the Year. Martinez Sophia Elizabeth. Sophia will be receiving Super Estrella en Español, Outstanding Character Award, Outstanding Debater of the Year, and Public Speaker of the Year. Mendoza Pinales Jonathan. Jonathan will be receiving Super Estrella en Español. Miller Benjamin Adam. Benjamin will be receiving Debater of the Year Award. Sawari Miranda Sawari. Sawari will be receiving Character Award. Mohammed Saif Talha Husseini. Saif will be receiving Character Award and Researcher of the Year. Noor Nevea Marie. Nevea will be receiving Character Award, Public Speaker of the Year, Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year, Most Improved in Turkish. Mora Dana Sofia. Dana will be receiving Character Award, Debater of the Year, Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish. Nuanas Grayson Elliott. Grayson will be receiving Debater of the Year and Researcher of the Year. Edsel Elijah William Matthew. Elijah will be receiving Super Estrella en Español, Outstanding Character Award, Debater of the Year, and Outstanding Researcher of the Year. Ohuka Brian Munachinso. Brian will be receiving Most Improved in Science, Character Award, and Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year. On Pinela Gael Santiago. Gael will be receiving the Debater of the Year Award, Outstanding Character and Excellence in Character. Perumal Jagat. Perea Raymond Emmanuel. Perumal Jagat. Jagat will be receiving the Super Estrella in Espanol, Outstanding Character Award, Outstanding Debater of the Year, Outstanding Researcher of the Year, Outstanding Public Speaker of the Year, and Service Award. Peterson Brianne Michelle. Brianne will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Researcher of the Year, Service Award, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish. Fender Sparrow Angelita. Sparrow will be receiving the Super Estrella in Espanol, Character Award, and Researcher of the Year. Pomeroy Damon Jacob. Damon will be receiving Super Estrella in Espanol. Priestley Maddox Jane. Maddox will be receiving Character Award. Quinones Yanetzi Briella. Ramirez Gabriel David. Rasaki Demilade Adetoke. Demi will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Outstanding Journalist of the Year, Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, Public Speaker of the Year, Outstanding Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish. Rodriguez Caleb. Romero Sydney Cheater. Sydney will be receiving Super Estrella in Espanol, Character Award, and Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year. Salas Zia R. Zia will be receiving Super Estrella in Espanol and Character Award. Salkin Matilda Francis. Matilda will be receiving Best in Character, Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, and Public Speaker of the Year. Shilling Talon Kyle. Seacrest Zoe Heavenly. Shelton Zaire Soul. Zaire will be receiving Outstanding Character and Researcher of the Year. Tari Dima Khalid. Dima will be receiving Excellence in English. Terrazas Omar Fernando. Omar will be receiving Character Award, Debater of the Year, and Public Speaker of the Year. Kiryaki Sadik. Sadik will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, Public Speaker of the Year, Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish. Uchenna Ogbodo Debris Michelle. Michelle will be receiving Intellectual Explorer and Character Award. Vega Avila, Ian Isaiah. Vijesh Nived. Nived will be receiving Most Improved in English and Outstanding Character Award. Vinod Kumar Kanish. Kanish will be receiving Super Estrella en Español and Outstanding Character Award. Wagmary Ramirez Rohan Sadanan. Rohan will be receiving Super Estrella en Español, Character Award, Debater of the Year, and Outstanding Researcher of the Year. Wallace Tristan Hall. Tristan will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish. Whitney Audrey Botero Whitney, Audrey Michelle. Audrey will be receiving Outstanding Character Award, Debater of the Year, Researcher of the Year, Film Prize Junior Filmmaker of the Year, and Outstanding Performance in Turkish. Yerena Evan Alonso. Zamora Andrea. Andrea will be receiving Super Estrella en Español, Outstanding Character Award, and Outstanding Researcher of the Year Award. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations, 8th graders.
And now, we are honored to hear from two outstanding 8th graders who have demonstrated commitment, passion, and a spirit of excellence in every endeavor, be it in the classroom, in student leadership, or in extracurricular pursuits.
These students have not only excelled academically, but also embraced multiple opportunities to lead, serve, and grow throughout their school in our school.
As they share their reflections today, let us listen with pride and be inspired by their voices, shaped by experience and guided by purpose. Please welcome 8th graders Blake Heffler and Lorelei Hoffman.
To our distinguished guests, school administrators, teachers, and staff, and parents, and my fellow students, good morning. My name is Lorelei Hopkins.
My name is Blake Kepler.
Today we celebrate more than just moving on to high school. We celebrate the memories and relationships we've made, the experiences we've had, and the possibilities that lie ahead.
We celebrate our futures, what we could have. We celebrate our futures, what we could have, and spend our time ahead trying to achieve it. We celebrate the possibilities of what our lives could hold for us.
I would like to start by thanking some people who have helped me through my time in middle school. I'd like to thank my parents for always encouraging me to take on challenges and experiences. I'm also forever grateful for the friends I have made throughout middle school. To my friends Safika and Demolade, thank you for encouraging me to reach my full academic potential. To my friends Dana and Bea, thank you for making me want to be a better person and reminding me that everyone is human. And lastly, to my friends Bonnie, Gada, and Nicole, for always being a source of inspiration. And to many of my other friends, thank you for being a part of my life and making me who I am today. And I will never forget any of you.
I would also like to start by thanking people who allowed me to excel in middle school. Firstly, I would like to thank my parents for pushing me to my full potential and caring for me during my years in middle school. I would like to thank my friends, especially Adam, who helped me through my academic life and encouraged me to do the best I can. I would like to thank my other friends, Tristan, Riley, Anakin, and Landon, who were always there for me during these past couple of years.
I would like to thank most of all Ms. King for the opportunities she has provided me throughout my middle school years. She has helped me become a better person, more responsible, and more involved. Because of Mrs. King, Blake and I are involved in journalism, which has provided us with many opportunities, one of which for me is an internship working on this year's school yearbook.
We have been to many events hosted by PBS and have participated in Film Prize Junior. To name a few, because of Ms. King's dedication to her students, many of our eighth graders have been provided with opportunities not only to prepare them for high school, but for the rest of their lives. And for this, we are eternally grateful and never forget Ms. King.
Albuquerque School of Excellence is a great school and has provided students with many opportunities, one of which is student leadership, which Blake and I both participate in. All these experiences have helped us grow academically and as people in general. Every opportunity has helped us acquire new skills, integrity, time management, and much more.
The first step in any opportunity can be the most challenging, but it is also the most important. Whether launching a program or starting a conversation, the initial action can change futures, careers, and lives. Many find social situations daunting, yet embracing confidence and confronting fears is crucial. Each challenge brings a chance to learn and grow.
In middle school, some opportunities came to me, but most I had to seek out myself, and that meant saying yes to experiences that I may not have felt ready for or felt nervous about. However, opportunities aren't just big life-changing moments. They also include the little ones that help you move forward. For example, raising your hand in class when you're feeling nervous, joining an after-school club, or choosing to lend a hand to someone instead of ignoring them. Sometimes, an opportunity comes to you disguised as a challenge, but overcoming those challenges will make you realize it was a beneficial experience. Try to do what you feel is right, and don't be afraid to fail. Failing is a sign that you are learning. This is the way to learn from your mistakes and improve. There's no limit to how many times you can fail in life. So whenever you are feeling discouraged, remember that this is a part of the learning process. If I could offer advice to the current and future students of ASE, there's no such thing as the perfect moment, and you can never expect opportunities to find you. It is your responsibility to seek them out yourself and create your own future. Procrastinating when opportunities are offered can lead to never getting the experience at all and causing you to never accomplish your goals.
Opportunities never come by chance. It's never going to be someone asking you to join a club or take a specific class. Opportunities do come by, but most are found by determination within the student's academic life and their hope for the future. The more a student tries, the more opportunities they can take advantage of, and the more experience the student will have. Students face many challenges, but through opportunities and experience, they can better handle those challenges. The future is not dependent on a teacher or proctor, but on all of you. You are your future, and opportunities don't come knocking at your door. Your future is dependent on how hard you are willing to work from now on. It depends on what college you go into. If you want to go to college, it can either make or break for students trying to start a self-run business or any other path other than college. Your future depends on what you do now, on what opportunities you take, and how hard you strive for academic success.
Experiencing challenges early on, such as in school, will create capable individuals who help shape our future. We need more people like this to contribute positively to the world. Remember, you have the power to create your own future, so take every chance available to you, strive to be the best version of yourself, and encourage others to do the same. If we all commit to doing our best, we can collectively make the world a better place. Opportunities don't wait, so step outside your comfort zone, try new things, and go for the experience before it's too late. Thank you.
Thank you, Blake and Lorelai. This moment is both a celebration and a heartfelt farewell as we welcome two remarkable 8th graders to share their message.
Throughout their time here in ASE, they have embraced countless opportunities to lead, grow, and hone their talents, leaving a lasting impact on our school community.
Today, they reflect on the treasured memories, the lessons learned, and the friendships built as they prepare to take the next big steps in their journey.
With gratitude in their hearts and excitement for what lies ahead, let us now listen to Jagat Parimal and Devalati Vasaki for their message of reflection and farewell.
Good afternoon, teachers, staff, parents, and classmates. As we stand here today, ready to close a chapter in our lives and open a new one, we are overwhelmed with emotions, gratitude, joy, and a little sadness. Our journey through ASE has transformed us, not only as well-equipped students, but brilliant young adults who are ready to face whatever comes next.
As students, we have gone through all the ups and downs trying to figure out what the future has in store for us. I developed a lot of skills of learning academically and physically, and learned the meaning of character as a person, to have respect, integrity, service, and empathy. These work ethics is the most important lesson from ASE, which helped me throughout my year of 8th grade. Not only that, but I had great reinforcement with me throughout the year. That includes my parents, teachers, and my friends. They have given me the best year of my life, especially my parents. Their encouragement, their love, and their motivation for me to continue studying has made me work much harder, and I'm grateful for that. I have gone through a lot this year, struggling to keep up with grades and tests and homework, and procrastinating on my work, which has been a trouble, but I was able to work through it and maintain a really good grade.
One of the biggest lessons ASE has taught me this year is perseverance. There were days when things were overwhelming, whether it was stress over assignments or personal challenges. But through these tough moments, I learned not to give up. I learned to keep showing up even when it was hard, and I owe my gratitude to ASE for teaching me to overcome my challenges. It's something I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Through this, I always found support, especially from my parents. Their constant support and encouragement inspired me to push through any trial that I faced, and I'm forever grateful for your love and support.
I had the privilege of experiencing a lot of things at ASE. The most memorable experience were going to IFLC event in Houston, Texas, where me and my friends and classmates got to know the meaning of diversity and how different cultures come together and create a magical world of dancing, singing, and great songs. I also got to attend the film prize competition where me and my friends made a film and were watched by students from other schools. These experiences were something that I would never forget. I'm forever grateful to have the privilege to participate in all these events and learn while doing that.
I consider myself incredibly fortunate enough to have encountered a plethora of remarkable opportunities during my time here. Among the most memorable were the chance to present and defend our quantitative research before the New Mexico House Representative and members of the New Mexico Public Education Department. I'm humbled yet proud to receive praises on our study comparative to our dissertation. These experiences were without question the highlights of my year, and I am beyond appreciative for the privilege to contribute, learn, and grow through such impactful moments.
Let us carry these memories with us for the rest of our lives and welcome in a new chapter of our academic journey.
English polymath John Ruskin once said that true education is about shaping character, not just teaching us facts and numbers, but teaching us how to live a fulfilling life. That's exactly what ASE has done for me. I didn't just grow smarter, I had great character development and became a better individual.
As Martin Luther King Jr. once said, intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. And that is what I learned from ASE. That is the most important to me. Not only did I grow smarter, I grew with much confidence from my past years at ASE, with only having one thing, character, that I would love for future 8th graders to learn because that is what helps to achieve more successfully in your education, to have that respect that makes people see you as a responsible girl or boy and make you stronger. As we bid farewell, let us have a glimpse of what our 8th grade year looked like, and let us cherish these memories. Thank you.
Thank you, Jagat and Damalati. Your message and the video will be surely treasured in memory along with the messages and speech given today.
And now, friends, Mr. David Naylor, ASE Secondary School Dean of Students and Culture, will give his closing remarks.
Well, hello there, class of 2029. From ASE, we want to thank everybody for being here today for sure. Congratulations to all of these kids, they're awesome. This is an ongoing project for us every year to continue to offer all of our opportunities and all of the programs to the kids. And all of our work represents the culmination in things like this and things like the graduation at the Hispanic Cultural Center yesterday for our seniors. It is shared by families, friends, and guardians. And of course, a huge shout out and thank you to all of our teachers, administration, and support staff. There are a lot of kids in the audience here today that are their own children. And we want to recognize their efforts as well. We want to also thank today all of her efforts, Mrs. King. Thank you so much for all your efforts all the time. We appreciate you. And as I did last year, I wanted once again to recognize the significance of the weekend on the whole. That being Memorial Day weekend, given to us to celebrate the U.S. servicemen and women who have passed away while in service to our country and its people, who have helped provide us the freedoms that we have today and each day. We thank them for their service, appreciate the ultimate sacrifice that was made, and let us honor those that sacrificed it all, and for those that they never met, with a moment of silence. Thank you. So we're going to start with something you probably haven't heard me say before, and might not hear me say again, but I'm a haiku junkie. I'm an addict. I'm a word user, and I'm a word abuser. I set a personal goal myself to writing 1,000 haikus this year, and I'm well on my merry way, so I have one to share to start today going. Ridiculously, forward-looking, future-bound, inevitable. I chose these words today as they apply to our current situation. That being that we need to stop, take stock of things, look at the path that we are on, and look to our future path, all at the same time. I'm celebrating this weekend as well, as my youngest has graduated 8th grade, both as a parent and a teacher. And I get you, parents. My 8th grader, total enigma, a puzzle inside of a puzzle. And as soon as I think that I got the pieces and the board figured out, I blink, and there's inexplicably new pieces, and I wonder where the board went. And as we get to around almost 300, we get to be around 300 of these kids every day for the mid-school crew. And I can't say that I'm totally surprised by everything, but usually I use the words pleasantly surprised as I describe many of the days. But parents, fear not, be not surprised, you're not alone. This describes many things at this age, right? Things just seem to be getting harder to figure out in many ways. I'll try to break down a bit of this, though, in my mind, and I'm really going to test my brain as I think back to what made things tick in the late 80s, half figuring that if I could put myself in their shoes again, I can make it make sense. Yeah, right. So let's think back, late 80s, right? How many people in the crowd, late 80s? Middle school, yeah. Right? So here's what I was thinking about. Number one, cell phone, right? Back then it was the size of a brick. It had an antenna sticking out of it, and it was still attached by a cord even in your car, and it sure has changed things, but you'd have to have some serious pockets in your parachute pants to carry that thing around, right? And just as you kids know, parachute pants, they're slippery, they were made to make you dance better, made out of nylon, and then they covered them in zippers, right? That supposedly made it easier, but I'm not so sure. But they look cool. And not that this is huge news, but what has replaced the kettlebell style of a cell phone? A smaller one, right? Like this. Probably cargo pants, replace the parachute pants, and nowadays they make them with pockets in places that don't make any sense at all, or they're not even a pocket. They're just there, right? So next up, another 80s fossil. How many of you remember the laser disc? Yeah, see? So the laser disc, kids. It was cutting edge technology in the 80s, and it was for movies. It was the size of a record, but it looked like a CD. We had an audio visual class, and actually, yes, that was a thing back then, right? And I'm pretty sure we spent most of our time in the class just plugging things in and out until they somewhat worked. But I'm not sure what happened to laser discs, right? But I do know one thing, they're too big to hang from your rearview mirror. So what's replaced laser disc? Uh-oh, this again, the phone with YouTube and streaming services. So many streaming services. Another classic, the calculator watch. How many people in the crowd had a calculator watch? Yeah. So if you had one of these back in the day, it was pretty cool. Except for now that I've taught math many years, right? I know that creates some disappointment directed by the teacher and its inevitable ability to make us more reliant on things like tiny batteries, right? And what's replaced the calculator watch? This. Right, this again. And yes, more little batteries and more chargers. Hopefully I've made things really obvious about the phone, right? And I bring this historical retrospective for some laughs, but in some regard to show people that things are going to change for you, and you're going to have to change right along with them. This is the way. Things that seem so cool, necessary, and needed will end up at the pawn shop, and then perhaps even tossed into the landfill. And these days things move along so fast, everything changes so fast. My advice here to you kids, keep it simple. Don't be afraid to stay on the bench with some of this stuff. You'll save money, time, heartaches, and all the stuff that you think you're so concerned about, just trinkets and gadgets. And a lot of them are become paperweights and are banished to the drawer in the kitchen where all things like that live out their days. The other part of today is about your next 4 years. In some ways, we're fish in a pond. That pond can get a little bigger or a little smaller, but in so many ways, it's still just a pond. Much of your life, regardless of pond choice, will require you to decide on how much you're going to spend your time. Like how you're going to spend your time, your mindset and your approach. We often get stuck or sometimes even coerced because I've heard parents even try to convince kids. They say things like, I can't wait for this to be done. I wish I could just fast forward until, or I hope this goes by quick. And these are many things I hear a lot, but they aren't just simple things that they're talking about like projects and stuff. They're like classes, timelines, entire years of life experiences. And we seem awfully concerned with wishing our time away when we don't know how much time we have left. My message today is one that I'm sure has been told before, but it's so important for each of us. It's about understanding the exactness of where you are right now and navigating it correctly. The result is that you maximize your experience and the relevance of your moments. Being in the position that you are today is wonderfully complex. It represents the crux of life itself. Celebrating what was behind us to put us here today and yet still looking forward. Understanding this also means that you need to understand and value being present. And this is something that Mr. Yunar's speech echoed. Many people have told me that they really like how I frame time. I would say things to kids like, hey, we have 2 more weeks until we get an extra day off. I'll often tell kids who are struggling with something on a particular day, like a Monday, that they only have 9 Mondays left. And then it's over, right? Only 9 Mondays, they could be the best Monday you ever have. And once they're gone, they're gone. And ask the seniors. I kept reminding them as they crossed the crosswalk in the morning by me of these simple facts. And in some ways, they really started looking at the timeline in a different and probably more positive way. Today's a bit like that, although it's subtly different. It's an event in your life. You will have to celebrate it only one time, as you are inevitably moving through time and space towards the next goal that you really don't even get to choose. Goal setting and creating plans is so important in achieving goals, and is a very important part of your life and a key way to evolve and make progress. These are things that require planning, forethought, and the task of being forward-looking, but it should not come at the cost of the day. This day, the one that you are in right now, it is a good example of that. When I was younger, I considered myself a sunrise to sunset kid. I lived for the day. I didn't think about a lot of other things that were going on. All I cared about was my bike and that I had a pocket full of change. We were gone a lot. No phones, no schedules, and you know what? We made it. And we made it good. No schedules, no cell phone. The sun on my face, mom said to put on the suntan lotion, and I did sometimes, right? But probably not when she wasn't looking. And I had a Walkman and a grape Slurpee. No bad thoughts, so few clouds. Sunrise to sunset. Life is meant to be lived, guys. Sunrise to sunset, kids. You never wish away your sunrises and sunsets, and don't let things like your phone take away your sunrises and your sunsets. You should be out experiencing these things every day, not just looking at someone else doing it or doom scrolling about whatever the latest trend is or worried about making one of your own. So now you're finished with middle school. Welcome to high school. And here's my take on the big secret. It's like going from a regular hotel to an extended stay hotel. Things are a little bit bigger, you're there a little bit longer, and somehow, some way, they've made magic by being able to ensure that the coffee maker still makes terrible coffee. So, you have this to look forward to. And please, do your part and make the next 4 years the best 4 years that you can, and you won't spend any time worrying about what might have been. A last haiku for the road. Unrelenting speed. We wait for life to achieve, then wish for reprieve. Thank you, kids. Thank you, parents. Hopefully we'll see all of you guys next year at the corner of respect and excellence, and please don't forget your locks for your locker.
This ends our event for tonight. On behalf of ASE and the 8th grade faculty, we wish to thank you all for celebrating this momentous occasion. I am Bonnie Jong.
Gada Johari.
Manvi Gounder.
And I am Maya Borg, saying 8th graders, well wishes and best of luck to your next academic journey. Congratulations and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, the recessional.